Part 1. Who the hell are you? It works. They sealed Kaguya when they touched her shoulders with the power given by Rakudu Ning to seal his mother. Team 7 felt relieved in a moment which turned into horror as Kaguya attempted to use her jutsu aim no Manaka run away from being sealed. Clearly, she has not enough chakra since hers was the end process to be sealed. She absorbed chakra from Sasuke and Naruto, which had their palms being covered by the moonstones. The sealing almost completed. Sasuke and Naruto's eyes widened. They felt their chakra drastically lost and being pulled by Kaguya's incomplete spacetime ninjutsu in the same moment with Kaguya's sealing was completed. On another hand, the Mugen Tsukuyomi was cancelled with Kaguya and Black Zetsu were sealed together. The people who were absorbed by the sacred tree were released. Kakashi and Sakura were shocked when Naruto and Sasuke suddenly disappeared into the air. Sasuke-kun. Naruto. Sakura cried out loudly, but neither was there to answer her. On the battlefield were the Uchiha clan fighting with the Senju clan. The head of the clan of each was using their chakra generously. Madara Uchiha with his Susuke and Hashirama Senju with his Mokuton. As their chakra met, a sound of thunder and loud explosion blinding everyone near them. They have instinctively closed their eyes, halted their movements, and only depending on their hearing sense. Front of them. Another sounds were present, suspiciously like complaining about something. Oh, man. My butt is hurt. My head's still spinning. A teenager's voice surprised everyone within hearing range. Cautiously, Madara opened his Manjikyu Sharingan eyes to see the figure say on the ground in front of Hashirama. A teenager with blonde hair and a black-orange outfit holding his head. He was wearing the Uzumaki clan symbol on his back. He complained about his condition. Beside the blonde black spiky hair, lavender shirt, and black pants. The boy in front of Madara, shaking his head and holding it with one hand, mumbling to the blonde, "It means you are still alive. Stop complaining." Madara's eyes widened as he sees the Uchiha family symbol at the back of the dark-haired teenager when he turned around to find his blonde companion. He glancing at Hashirama, which his expression give his confusion away. Who are they? These teenagers? They were appeared suddenly out of nowhere. An Uchiha and an Uzumaki without holding any weapon towards each other? The sight which never happening here. Their train of thought was halted when he sensed their younger brothers before he was called. Brother! Izuna jumped to his side. At the same time Tobirama arrived at Hashirama's side too. Four of them had the same expressions when looking at the teenagers who have now stopped their discussion and stared at the four. HN? The blonde one looked between both Senju brothers and Uchiha brothers, then grinned at the Senju brothers while waved his hand to them excitedly. Grandpa Shodame. Grandpa Nidame. We're succeeded. She was sealed. He was looking around, searching for someone. Where's my dad? Did you see him? Hashirama and Tobirama were shocked beyond imagination as they were being called grandpa by a teenager from Uzumaki clan, which was their distant relatives. Shodame and Nidame. Do you mean us? Hashirama asked in confusion, exchanging a glance with Tobirama. At that question, the Uchiha teenagers beside the blonde one looking at them sharply. His onyx eyes widened and spread his side glared at Madara and his younger brother, who he recognized after Obito showed him Madara's memories. A realization hit him up. The Uchiha teenager hissed to his company, Naruto. The blonde teenager, tilting his head, didn't understand. Who else? Anyway, where's my dad? And how come Madara still full of armor? The last time I saw him, he only wearing long black pants, and who is the guy beside him? Obito doesn't have long hair like that. He was mumbling. Naruto. The black-haired teenager grabbed Uzumaki's boy's wrist with a warning tone. Naruto blinked at him, asked, "What is it, Sasuke?" Sasuke, looking at him seriously, warned him, "Don't talk to them." "What? Why?" "They are not Shodame, Naidame, or even Madara, who we know." Naruto frowned. "What do you mean?" "If you look at their eyes, you'll see. Both are alive, not revived by Edo Tensei no Jutsu," he whispered to Naruto, who confirmed it immediately. He stood cautiously together with Sasuke still hold his wrist. They were looking around and realized they were on the battlefield. However, different with their war because so many Uchihas. Naruto realized the people around them who are still fighting and no cancelled. It was impossible because Sasuke was the remaining Uchiha clan member in their generation. It was a war. But not Sasuke and Naruto's with Kaguya or Black Zetsu. Sasuke nodded. He noticed another thing to which Naruto didn't pay attention. He activated his Manjikyu Sharingan eyes. Not only that, Shodame, Naidame, and Madara looks younger than we saw them at war. Madara and Izuna shocked when they look at Sasuke's eyes. 4 of them recognized it was not a basic Sharingan pattern, but the advanced one like Madara's and Izuna's. The Uchiha brothers knew the price for their eyes. To saw it on a teenager like Sasuke was very unsettled. It was not a common ability that a teenager could have. Naruto looking closely and, "True. What's this mean?" He turned to Sasuke. "Your Rinnegan is gone too. What's happening?" "That's what we want to know." Madara talked for the first time. "Both of you just appeared out of nowhere in the middle of the war. An Uchiha and an Uzumaki, although it was questionable because Uzumaki clan usually has red hair." "Well, it was from my dad, but my mom has red hair." "Who are you, then? Why are you with an Uchiha?" asked Izuna, who looked at Sasuke. "Is he your prisoner?" "I'm, Sasuke put his palm covering Naruto's mouth. "Don't answer him." Tobirama took a step closer with his sword ready. "Release him, Uchiha boy." His red eyes glared dangerously. "We don't know who is this blonde, but if he is wearing that Uzumaki clan symbol, I will protect him. I will not let you hurt other Uchiha." Izuna's Manjikyu Sharingan was ready to use. Sasuke felt that Naruto's breathing rhythm becomes heavy on his hand and glanced towards him. He looked pale and hard to breathe. "Naruto." Concern was leaked from Sasuke's tone. He was frowned and closed the distance between them. Naruto's standing position has wavered before he lost his balance. Sasuke caught him in his arms. "Naruto." Clearly, the Uchiha teenager worried. It surprised the FO concern about other clans in war was unheard of. "I was trying to use my chakra, but..." Naruto has fallen unconscious in Sasuke's arms. 5 of them stayed still on the battlefield. Hashirama asked, "Is he okay?" "I can." He took one step closer, but Sasuke looking up at them sharply. "Don't get any closer. Give him to us, then we will let you go, boy," said Tobirama to Sasuke, exchanging glances with Izuna. Neither were moved, but there was a silent agreement after he said that to the teenager Uchiha. "He is not yours to protect," Sasuke hissed to Tobirama angrily. "He is mine." Hashirama recognized the protectiveness Sasuke showed. He put his palm on Tobirama's shoulder. Stopped him to get closer. When the silver-haired man looking at his older brother, Hashirama shaking his head slowly. He was stunned and a bit envious that this young Uchiha could do what he wants so easily. On another hand, both heads of the Uchiha clan didn't accept it with open arms. Izuna asked Sasuke, "I don't need to answer." Sasuke's breathing became a heavy, pale face, and he followed Naruto. The next second he was unconscious too, but still holding Naruto in his arms when both falling on the ground together. "Chakra's depletion," said Tobirama as he and Izuna come closer to both teenagers. Hashirama and Madara followed them. 4 of them stared at the teenagers. Hashirama suggested, "We should bring them to a better place." Tobirama reached both boys, but stopped with Izuna's hand grabbed his wrist. "What are you trying to do?" the Uchiha asked annoyingly. "Separating them. You can take the young Uchiha and we will take the Uzumaki boy," replied Tobirama. "No." Both younger brothers turned to see Hashirama with a serious pained face looking at them. "We will not separate them. We could treat both of them at the same time and place." Izuna protested, "That's crass. What do you say, Madara?" Hashirama looking at the leader of the Uchiha clan. Izuna and Tobirama turned to see Madara, who keeps silent for a while. "Isn't it the time we should stop this war for a better future? You know this war will going to an end, why not we stop it now?" Hashirama walked towards Madara. "Did you see these boys? They didn't try to kill each other even with the symbol behind their bead, the Uzumaki." Hashirama raised his hand to stop Tobirama, who wanted to protest. "I know what I saw, Tobirama. He was protecting, not otherwise." Madara stayed silent and Izuna worried. He walked back to his brother. His big brother had many things on his mind for protecting their clan. He doesn't need any additional burdens on his shoulder. The head of Senju talked like it was nothing. Izuna was fumed. "Don't listen to him, brother. If you want to protect Uchiha, this is the only way." Hashirama stepped closer to Madara. Izuna, standing in front of his older brother, scowled deeply to Hashirama. "If our clan join forces, there are no other clans will have enough strength to stand against us. Let's stop this war." Hashirama raised his hand towards Madara. The other 3 held in their breaths as they saw Madara raised his hand to reach Hashirama's. Tobirama kept silent with his brother's speech. Izuna watched with widened eyes as their older brothers shake hands. Slowly the other fighter around them stopped their fighting. Stared at their leader's agreement to stop this long war. "How's the migration progress?" Madara asked Izuna as they were entered the building, which was used as a hospital for injured soldiers for both Senju and Uchiha clan. It was a week after both clans had a truce. They were agreed to move to someplace neutral to minimize anything from the past which can trigger the grudge from each clan. Hashirama came up with the idea to call the leader of their joined forces shinobi was Hokage Bikakuni, while Madara came up with the name to call their village Kanahagakure. It goes smoothly. No problem so far. Everyone from our clan and Senju already built their homes, Izuna reported flatly. Madara glancing at his brother. He remembered the first night when he agreed to join forces with Hashirama. Izuna confronted him. "Why did you agree, brother? Don't you remember how Sen just killed our people?" Madara sighed. "And don't you remember we killed theirs too? If Hashirama can offering the truce despite it, I could do the same. Besides..." Madara turned his sad face to his brother. "Don't you felt tired about this war, Izuna? I've known it since I can remember." "What?" "That's what I mean. We know it ever since we can remember as a toddler. I don't want my or your future child to live in our hell and repeating our pain to lose our brothers at a young age." Madara cupping his brother's face gently, a smile curved in his face. "Above all, I do it for you. I don't want to lose you, Izuna. I could do this war for the rest of my life, but I couldn't. I don't know what to do if I lose my brother. I want you to live longer. I don't want to shorten it by sending you and use your Manjikyu Sharingan often. I don't want you to lose your light as I did." Madara closed his eyes. His sight now really poor. Everything was blur if he didn't use Manjiku's Sharingan and make it worse every time he used it. He was almost blind. I do it to protect you, little brother. Izuna blinked away the unshed tears. He hugged his older brother tightly, resting his chin on Madara's right shoulder. Izuna muttering, "You worried too much about me." Madara chuckled, holding him gently. "That's what brothers do, silly." "Izuna," Madara stopped in the middle of a corridor. "How about you?" The younger Uchiha turned to his brother. If Izuna said it was okay, it will be lying because his whole life was used to hate Senju. However, considered Madara's wish for Izuna's well-being, he at least concluded, tolerable. He shrugged, if you count this 1 week working together with Senju to building this village. Madara smiles, I'm so proud of you, patting Izuna's shoulder softly. Have I ever let you down, brother? Izuna smiled happily at his brother's compliment. It never failed to make him happy since he was small. But his smiles reduced as he remembered their clan talks. But how about the talk of the elders? He turned serious. Madara carefully put his blank face. I have not defined the good time to tell Hashirama. But I think his clan asked him to do the same. He walked again with his brother following behind. Although the truce going well so far, there was still some group from Uchihas and Senjus which still restless about this. Those insecure people asked Madara to do their suggestion for calm down their worries. The suggestion made Madara's heart twisted inside. They want a union of an Uchiha and a Senju in marriage. Generally, it's to strengthen the bond between two clans with long war history. Politic all one clan trying to ignore the ceasefire agreement. They have a hostage from the rebellious clan. The elders of Uchiha decided with Senju's elders. Madara and Izuna were so busy helping the clan to move so they almost not in the village, whereas Hashirama mostly stayed because he is the expert in medical ninjutsu, therefore he helped the healing of the injured shinobi. Tobirama replaced his older brother, not much different than Madara and Izuna. Do you think both of us will be the one to, married with a Senju? I'm not gonna lie to you, Izuna. There is a high possibility for that because we are the strongest and leader of our clan. They stopped in front of a door, whispering, likewise, with Hashirama and Tobirama. Madara knocked on the door, then Hashirama's voice said, Come in, Madara, Izuna. The Uchiha brothers came into the most exclusive room in the building. Special because the patients inside were not like anybody injured. Hashirama greeted them with a warm smile. He sat beside a futon which was occupied by a blonde teenager, while the only other futon patient was the Uchiha teenager who appeared suddenly in the middle of the battlefield. Both wearing simple white kimono. Tobir, how are they? Madara walked toward Sasuke's futon. Their chakra level finally normal. So, they will wake up in any minute, Hashirama explained. We sent word to Uzumaki clan, but no one said they knew this Uzumaki boy. Especially with his blonde hair. It is doubtful he is an Uzumaki. He did say his hair is from his father's, and said his mother was red hair, Tobirama adding, we can say his mother is an Uzumaki. And the Uchiha boy? Hashirama asked the Uchiha brothers. No one knows him. His name, Sasuke, didn't ring any bell in Uchiha, said Madara. We only knew Sasuke, which is from Sarutobi clan. Hashirama sighed, I see. Four of them keep quiet for several minutes before Madara asks Hashirama, how's the Hokage election? It's... Brother was elected to be Hokage, said Tobirama. The people from Hai no Kuni accepted the villagers' choice. Madara and Izuna stayed silent. It was predictable with the rumors going on even from Uchiha clan. They said Hashirama was more trustworthy than Madara. Not that he minded, Madara even agreed with those opinions about his childhood friend's nature. He also never wanted to be a leader. He has only done it for protecting Izuna. That alone was more than enough for him, so he didn't care if Hashirama Biko Tobirama's next word pulled Madara from his train of thought. It sounds hesitant, however, our elders make a decision to rest assured the bonding of our clan. I take it both of you have been told about the marriage? Asked Izuna. Hashirama looking at them confused. What marriage? The other three exchanging glances before explaining to Hashirama it. To say he was surprised was an understatement. His eyes widened as he loudly voicing his opinion in one word. What? 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 Naruto suddenly sitting up, waking up with a panic expression when he's spreading his gaze around the room. Oh, only Grandpa's and Madara. He went back to laying down, but in another second he found it's weird. Then he sat up again quickly, looking at each four of them cautiously as he remembered what happened before he lost consciousness. Good. You're up, Tobirama stated as he's standing beside Hashirama, who checking up the blonde with a quick examination. Meanwhile, Madara and Tobirama glancing at Sasuke, who was still closing his eyes. Madara said to the teenager Uchiha, "Why don't you stop your pretending to be asleep?" Sasuke opened his eyes, looking at Naruto, who sighed in relief. Sasuke. Then glancing at the audience as Hashirama checking him up before he was confirmed that both of them okay. Both of you have an explanation to do, Tobirama started. Neither an Uchiha and Uzumaki clan claim you as their family. No one here knows you. No surprises there, commented Sasuke. Enlighten us, Izuna said. Madara added, how did you, both of you suddenly appear on the battlefield? Hashirama picked up something from the table beside Naruto's table. It was Naruto's Hitai. The older Senju asked, this symbol is Konohagakure's. How did you have it while this village only founded just 1 week ago? Naruto looking back at Sasuke, who glanced back before he turned to Hashirama again. I'm not sure, but I think Sasuke know more about this. All the attention then focused on Sasuke. Naruto said to his friend, we have to tell them, Sasuke. No. We are not. It could change the history. Not that it was a good history, right? Maybe it would change for a better future. Naruto said painfully. We cannot do this alone. We need them to help us if they can help us back to our time. Itachi once said to me, don't try to take it all by myself. It silenced Sasuke effectively. Mentioning Itachi was his weakness as he remembered his brother's last word before Edo Tensei was gone. Itachi admitted his one mistake was to left Sasuke out, not letting him know the situation while there was a possibility Sasuke could change their parents' mind to stop the coup d'etat. Sasuke still considering all the good and bad while Naruto's stomach protested loudly. Ah! I'm hungry, Naruto complained. Hashirama laughed. Well, it was to be expected. You were out for 1 whole week. What? Naruto cried out. Sasuke sighed. All right, I'll tell you what I think it's happening, but let us eat first. Naruto immediately requested, is there any ramen? So, how do I start? Sasuke asked lightly after he and Naruto have done eating. The other four now sitting with 2 on each side of their beds. Uchiha brothers on Sasuke's bed and Senju brothers on Naruto's bed. Izuna replied, why don't you start it with an introduction? You seem to know our names, although the blonde didn't know my name. Yeah, who are you? Naruto tilting his head. Izuna looked at the blonde. It's rude to asking someone name without mentioning yours first, boy. Well, I'm Uzumaki Naruto, Naruto answered easily. You? My name is Uchiha Izuna. Uchiha Madara's younger brother. He crosses his hands on his chest. Wow! Madara had a brother? I never knew that. Oh, and what do you know about me? Madara was curious. He knew he was as famous as Hashirama's reputation. Besides, mostly knew Izuna is his brother if they knew Madara's name. So, how come this boy only knew Madara but not knowing about Izuna at all? He saw Naruto opening his mouth to answer, but Sasuke cut in. We will get into that in a second. Before that, all of you should put your mind open because of what we will tell you. It's not a happy one and more tragedy involving 4 of you. Either you trust our words or not, it's your choice. Just don't interrupt us until we finished. The 4 of them exchanged glances before Hashirama nodded. Go on. I'm Uchiha Sasuke and he is Uzumaki Naruto. We were born in Kanagakuwa, but we were not born in this era, but decades later from now. TBC, thanks for reading. Please review if you don't mind.